You are looking live at Cleveland's Municipal Stadium on this cold mid-November afternoon where the Cleveland Browns and the Miami Dolphins are going to play our lone Week 10 game in our Pro Football Replay. The Dolphins come in at 6-3. They are tied for first in the AFC East and have won the toss. Cleveland, who you saw against Minnesota, I don't remember when, but recently, come in at home to play this big one. It's Bernie Kosar, it's Dan Marino, and maybe even Dan Marino's Achilles tendon next as football returns to Retro Sports Network. And good afternoon, everybody. My name is Ron Juckett. This is Retro Sports Network, and I think we have survived the great database purge of 2019. If you weren't with us, we were going to do a game Monday night, and well, between the Giants and the Cowboys, and well, somehow the Cowboys became the Atlanta Falcons. See, you could transition as early as 1986. In fact, I've heard it happen as early as 1970. So we've patched up the game. We reinstalled the season. If you want to go through and see how I did that, there's a video on how I did that and re-exported everything. The Dolphins and the Browns were not affected by the re-export. They were 6-3 before everything happened, and they are still 6-3 after everything happened. So that's that with that. So one game this week and two games at times to be determined next week. It won't be next Tuesday, I know that, because some other obligations. But I can tell you that next week you'll see the Giants and the Vikings from Minneapolis, and you're going to see Kansas City and Denver, because that is it's Denver's season. Essentially, they're 3-6 coming into this Week 10 action. So if Denver cannot really afford to lose again if they want to win the wild card or get in the wild card game. But that's next week. It's this week. It's the Dolphins and the Browns, and it's next on Retro Sports Network. From Municipal Stadium in Cleveland, Retro Sports Network presents 1986 Pro Football Replay. This afternoon, the Cleveland Browns, leaders in the AFC Central, against the Miami Dolphins, co-leaders in the AFC East. Brought to you by DigitalDice.com, the best podcast anywhere for your sports simulations and replay needs. You can find us at Spreaker, at DigitalDice.com, on iTunes, and wherever else fine podcasts are listed. Okay, so here we go. It's 43 degrees. It is very, very windy. About 20 miles an hour blowing off of Lake Erie, so it's cold in them Dar City. Ellis is back deep to return it from Miami. Davenport and Hampton are the upmen. They stand at their 15. And we are ready to go. Appachatter, Sean Cullen, the mistake on the lake. And now, Red Sox fan, how are you? Hope that your Friday is going great. And we are underway. The kick is taken by an upman at the 9 to the 20. Runs it to the 27 before Van Pelt makes the tackle. Barr, by the way, kicking for Cleveland, and Lorenzo Hampton on the return. Dan Marino, who's completed 65% of his passes, and although, of course, he plays in Miami, he did play his college football at the University of Pittsburgh. Cold, crappy weather is not something that's going to bother him too much. The primary running back is Lorenzo Hampton, and I forgot to change crapola, the usage limits. Woody Bennett is the starting fullback. Mark Duper is your flanker. Bruce Hardy is your tight end. And Mark Clayton is your split end. They're the wide receivers. 1st and 10. Trap left for Hampton from the 27. Gets it across the 30. Banks with the tackle. Give him 5. It's a gain of 5 on the spot at the 32. The Miami line, John Giesler is your left tackle. Roy Foster is your left guard. Dwight Stevenson, who had that catch. Yep, I did not take the penalty away. So he did have a legitimate 5-yard reception as your center. Larry Lee is your right guard. And Greg Koch, or Cook, is your right tackle. 2nd and 5. Medium slant to Clayton. Marino back to throw. He has time over the middle. Clayton's got it. Midfield, first down. Frank Minifield with a tackle at the 47. Give him a gain of 21. So 1st and 10 for Miami inside Cleveland territory. Let's meet the Brown defense. Cleveland plays a 3-4. Carl Harrison is your left defensive end. Bob Golick is your defensive tackle. He's the best of the line, and Reggie Camp is the right defensive end. The linebacker, Chip Banks, who made a tackle already on this series, is the best one. Eddie Johnson is your left inside linebacker. Anthony Griggs is your right inside linebacker, 51 tackles in 9 games. And not that Clay Matthews, but his daddy is the right outside linebacker, has 2 interceptions on the year. Corners, Hanford Dixon is a good one. He's got 4 picks. He's on Duper, and Minifield is on Clayton. The safeties, Chris Rockins is your free safety. And Ray Ellis is your strong safety. Hampton will sweep it to the left from the 47-yard line. Gets a block across the 45. Ball is loose and recovered by Miami. Duper falls on it on the 42. Griggs with a tackle, and it'll be 2nd and 5. Here it is again. And a sharp hit by Griggs to knock it loose. We have resodded the baseball infield, so right now it's actually almost grass here in Cleveland, which was not usually the case. Davenport comes in now with Hampton in the backfield, 2nd and 5. Short hat to Davenport to the far side. Marino throws the other way. He went to Clayton instead, and that's incomplete. It'll be 3rd and 5. Mike Golick, who we've seen in this replay. Bob Golick was on ESPN too. No, Bob Golick was not on Full House. He wasn't. So 3rd down. And 3 wide receivers as Nat Moore checks in on the far side. Moore. Medium slant. Marino to throw it. He waits. He throws it over the middle. Caught by another wide receiver. No, it's Moore. At the 29, it's a gain of 16, and it's 1st and 10 for the Dolphins on the Cleveland 26. So Marino 2 for 3 on this opening drive for 37 yards. Saved by the bell the college years. Baseball demos. And because it is NBC, you'd see the wipe and the rainbow and the more you know. Lorenzo Hampton. No, this will be Davenport. Trap left for Davenport from the 26. Gets it across the line of scrimmage. Matthews makes a tackle at the 21 after a gain of 5, and Ellis will meander to the sidelines with an undisclosed injury. 2nd and 5 for the Fishies. Mr. Belding went to the college where you work. Oh, that's cool, Appachatter. Hampton will sweep it to the right. 2nd and 5. Gets a block. 1st down inside the 10. And Matthews saves a touchdown at the 6-yard line. So it's a gain of 15. UTC. That sounds Universal Coordinated Time. Not to be confused with Dick Butkus on My Two Dads. That's true. He was on something else besides the NFL today. Really just a very pleasant fellow, despite the fact that he would kill you on the field. 1st and goal from the 6. Hardy. Short cross. They want the touchdown. Marino around the pocket to Hardy, and they do get it. So Marino throws his 23rd touchdown pass of the year, and the Dolphins get first blood. 8 plays, 73 yards, and 4:02 off the clock. Here it is again. Marino just had to roll to his left a little bit and flung it for the 6. Alex Karras was in Webster, yep. So here's the extra point by Fuad Reves, and it's good. So 10:52 to go in the opening quarter. Miami 7, Cleveland nothing. It'll be the Ice Cube, Gerald McNeil. Back deep for the Browns, Reggie Langhorne and Nicholas are the upmen on the 15. And Reves on this cold day will boot it to an upman at the 8, and he gets out of bounds at about the 13. Langhorne only got 6. Biner and Mack in the backfield. I forgot to shut off fatigue, which I will do after this game. Bernie Kosar, who's completed 56% of his passes, and 4% of those completions have been for touchdowns. Kevin Mack and Ernest Biner, coming off an injury, are the running backs. Reggie Langhorne is your split end, and Brian Brennan is your primary receiver. The tight end, of course, is the all-pro Ozzie Newsome. Biner, trap left, 1st and 10 from the 13. Gets a block across the 15 and Betters a gain of 4. Just in case, because someone asked, Betters only got 1 start in real life. See, my sister continues to pound the poop out of me in Words with Friends. The computer sets these lineups. I don't. It would be almost impossible unless you knew exactly every injury and when they happened to do an as-played football replay. So while the baseball ones are always as-played, you just can't do it in football. Not easily. Cody Risen is the left tackle for Cleveland. Dan Fike is the left guard. Mike Babb is your center. Paul Farron is your right guard. And the right tackle is Larry Williams, who doesn't normally play tackle. Kevin Mack, trap left on 2nd and 6, handoff from Kosar. 1st down and more across the 25, and Thompson makes a tackle at the 28. Gain of 11 and a 1st down for Cleveland. Cody Risen, the left tackle, ripped open the hole, and Raina Thompson makes the tackle. Miami's defense is not all that great. They play a 3-4. T.J. Turner is your left end. Bob Baumhauer is the tackle. And Doug Betters, or Andy Gibb, or Grizzly Adams is your right defensive end. Bob Brudzinski is the left outside linebacker. Jackie Shipp is your left inside linebacker. The best of the bunch, John Offerdahl, is your right inside linebacker. He'll be playing on Ernest Biner today. Mike Brown is your right outside linebacker. William Judson is your left corner. Raina Thompson is your right corner. And the safeties, Glenn Blackwood is a strong safety. He's on Ozzie Newsome. And Bud Brown is the free safety. Biner, trap right, 1st and 10. Handoff from Kosar, and he stood up by Turner at the line of scrimmage, no gain. Bob Golick was also on coach. And Dyer was in the running for Fred Dreyer, was in the running for Sam Malone. I do know that. So was can we get a Biner fumble? Someone else was in the running. Someone who was on Falcon Crest. And I can't think of it. 2nd and 10, anyway, for the Browns. Brian Brennan on a medium slant. Kosar to throw for the first time today. Waits, finds a running back who gets it for a gain of 9. That was to Biner. And Biner found a little seam. And Offerdahl made the tackle at the 37 of Cleveland. 3rd and 1. Under 8.5 to go here in the opening quarter. Mack. Trap left on 3rd and short. Handoff from Kosar is going to get a 1st down. He got 2. They blitzed. They keyed on Biner, and it was Mack instead. And so you can't run a trap for a while because I've run 4 straight. 1st and 10 from the Cleveland 39. Langhorn. Wow. Medium fly. Miami can't do anything here. Throws the Langhorn. He catches it in stride at the Dolphin 45. He is hit at the 40 for a gain of 21. So 1st and 10. Kozar to the air again. William Judson makes the tackle. Last week, Langhorn 7 catches for 131 and 2 scores. And so Schottenheimer's going, oh, hot knife through butter time. Ozzie Newsome, 1st down. Kozar waits. Newsome is open. He makes the catch for a 1st down. Blackwood with the tackle at the 24 after a gain of 16. So Kozar 3 for 3 for 46 yards. Mack will sweep it to the far side from the 24. He gets it to the 20. Brudzinski actually gets it to the 19, and it'll be 2nd and 5. So a good opening drive here for Cleveland. 8 plays, 68 yards. Let's not forget, the light beer ads, too. Absolutely. 2nd and 5. Biner will take a pitch to the far side from the 19. Gets a block. Does he have a 1st down? He does. He's hit by Brudzinski at the 13. Gain of 6. And it's 1st and 10. Larry Williams, who is normally a guard at right tackle, made the block. So 74 yards for the Browns. Biner will come out. Dickey will come in. 1st and 10. Curtis Dickey. Trap right. They'll stick with it. And Kozar didn't like what he saw. He'll call timeout. 4:18 to go, 1st quarter. Browns driving. They're already in field goal range, but Miami leads 7-0. So 1st and 10. Sweep right for... Nope, bot snap. Kozar's going to have to try to get back, but he's technically sacked for a loss of 1. No, it's a bad run. They're going to call it a run. And so it'll be 2nd and 11. So, good announcer jinx, Ron. Mike Babb with a bad block and probably a bad snap. T.J. Turner with his 2nd tackle of the ball game. Langhorn. Medium slant. Kozar's going for the end zone. He's got time. He throws. Incomplete. Judson got a good hand on it, and it'll be 3rd and 11. So they'll go to 3 wide receivers. Webster Slaughter is at the near side for you. And Herman Fontenot, will block. Kozar goes out of the gun. Slaughter. Medium slant. Kozar has time. He throws. Slaughter's got a touchdown. Right between the hash marks. Caught it at the 2, and there wasn't anything Miami could do. So what a drive for the Browns. 12 plays, 87 yards, and 7:19 off the clock. Here it is again. Boom. And so, here comes Matt Barr to tie the game. Kick is up. It is good. And so with 3:27 to go in the 1st quarter, Miami and Cleveland are tied at 7. Oh, is he born in Chattanooga? Okay. Yep. Have a Coke and a smile. They actually turned that into a TV movie, which tells you just how desperate NBC was in 1979. Here, let's do a commercial and turn it into a movie. Anyway, Ellis is back deep for Miami. Davenport and Hampton at the 15. Kick is taken at the 5 to the 20. 30. Good return by Ellis, and Griggs will make the tackle at the 36. So a 30-yard return for Craig Ellis, and Miami takes over at their own 36. Marino, let's see if he can go long. Gonna try one for Clayton, but there's a flag down. Somebody
Full
moved.
start. Offense, number 66.
And it's on the right guard,
penalty.
Lee,
Repeat,
and they'll make it first and
down.
15. So instead of short flat to Hampton, or caught at the 28, he gets across the 40 at the near sideline and gets a gain of 10 before Banks can make the tackle. And Dan Marino now has 3,000 yards in 11 games. So he clears the 3,000-yard mark. They put that on the scoreboard here, and the Dog Pound responds by throwing a bunch of bags with white powder in them and duck bones. 2nd and 5. Hampton. Off tackle right. Marino gives it to him. Hampton gets a first down. Dixon with a tackle at the 47. A gain of 6. Hampton 4 carries, 31 yards. Under 2 to go. Here in the opening quarter. 7-7 to score. Miami and Cleveland. Miami co-leaders in the East. Cleveland solo leaders in the AFC Central. A big, big football game. All right, we're going to try the long out again. This time to Duper. Marino has time. He waits. He goes to the far sideline, and it's caught. Tipped by Rockins. Duper has
Tripping. Defense. Number 96.
And it's a tripping call that's added to the play. And so it's a gain of 24, and the trip by Camp will add 10 yards. So 1st and 10 from the Cleveland 19. Bennett. Off tackle left from the 19-yard line. He gets a block. He gets it across to the 14. Harrison with a tackle right there. 2nd and 5. Dolphins are getting almost 7 yards a carry. Not much defense so far in this one, although the score is 7-7. 2nd and 5. Hampton on an off tackle right from Marino. He tries to cut to the outside, and Matthews will knock him down at the 12. And we'll be under the last minute of the first quarter. 55 seconds, 3rd and 3. Hardy. Medium slant. Marino back to throw. Has time. He throws. Incomplete. Ellis got a hand on it and deflected it, and Miami will have to go with a field goal. But in their white jerseys and teal numbers, rimmed in Howard Johnson's orange, Ferrado Reves will try a 29-yard field goal. He's got a 74% chance of making this. Don Strock will hold. Stevenson will snap it. Reves gets it away, and it's good. So 8 plays, 57 yards, and 8 seconds to go in the quarter. It is now Miami 10, Cleveland 7. So McNeil, Langhorne, and Nicholas back on this return. Cleveland, of course, in the orange helmets, white face mask, white numbers, and brown jerseys. So colorful. Reves will get a boot on it and kick it to the far sideline. Taken at the 5 and returned by McNeil at the 10. And we've played 1 quarter. From Cleveland, it's Miami 10, the Browns 7. And this is the Digital Dice scoreboard summary. Miami first blood, Marino to Hardy from 6 yards to make it 7-0. And then after a long drive by the Browns, Kozar found Webster Slaughter on 3rd down to make it 7-7. And then Fuad Reves with a 29-yard field goal. So defense, don't expect to see a lot of it. Miami 120 net yards, Cleveland 87. So 1st and 10 as we start the second quarter. Mack off tackle left from the 10. There's a flag down. He cuts to the near sideline, hit at the 15 by Thompson.
Encroachment defense. Number
And
73, 5-yard
They'll
penalty.
just take the penalty on Baumhauer, and it'll be 1st and 5 instead of 2nd and 5 for Kozar. 10 seconds into the second quarter. 10-7 Miami. Cleveland with it on their own 15. Second flag for Miami. Cleveland has won. Brennan, medium cross on 1st and 5. Kozar has time. He throws. Incomplete. Baumhauer got a piece of it. He batted it up in the air like you don't care, and it fell harmlessly to the turf. 2nd and 5. Once again, Curtis Dickey. Trap right from the 15, and he is hit by Offerdahl right at the line of scrimmage. Miami, playing a tight man-to-man, doubled Kevin Mack, and so the tight defense worked. It'll be 3rd and 5 for the Brownies from their own 15. So good series for the Dolphins after a rough first quarter. Cleveland, by the way, right to left, they have the wind behind them here in the second quarter. Miami, going towards Lake Erie, is going into that nasty wind, that's gusting a 25. Langhorn, medium slant on 3rd down. The throw from Kozar is caught. Judson makes the tackle after a gain of 15. Spotted at the 30. 1st and 10 for the Browns. Curtis Dickey sweeps to the right on 1st and 10, and he is hit by Brown at the 32, a gain of 2. That's Mark Brown on the tackle, and not much for Dickey on the ground. 2nd and 8, 32-yard line. Bill dumper to Mack on the near sideline, and Kozar led him astray. So it'll be 3rd and 8. And Kozar is now 5 of 8. But the Browns are 3 for 3 on 3rd down. They go 3 wide. Fontenot in the backfield. Slaughter is in there. Newsom. Medium slant is the call. Kozar is kind of blitzed. He waits. He throws. Newsom's got it. 45-50. 1st down at the Miami 49. A gain of 19. And Glenn Blackwood made the tackle. So Kozar very confident, and Miami's defense is just, as we said, it isn't that great. Biner back in the backfield with Mack. Cleveland averaging 328 yards, 323.8 yards a game. They have 123. Biner off tackle left from the 49, and he is stood up by Shipp right at the line of scrimmage. So 11:39 clock running here for Cleveland. 2nd and 10 for the Browns. Brennan, medium hitch. Kozar to throw. Has time. He's got Brennan for a 1st down. After a gain of 14, Brian's first catch spotted at the Dolphin 35, 11 to go in the first half. So last week against the Colts, Bernie Kozar went 30 for 45 for 3 touchdowns and 424 yards. He is 7 for 10 this afternoon for 108. Biner, off tackle right from the 35. Gets nowhere as Brudzinski stuffs him at the line of scrimmage. And it'll be 2nd and 10. So Kozar keeping the hands warm. We'll try to dump one. They're not going to audible. On the far side to Biner, and again, Kozar couldn't find him. He overthrew him. So the clock stops, 9:41 to go in the second quarter, and it's 3rd and long, 3rd and 10. Fontenot again with Brennan, Langhorne, and Slaughter. Brennan, medium out from the Miami 35. Kozar rolls around near sideline. It is caught by Brennan, and he's tackled by Judson at the 15-yard line. It's a gain of 20, and it's 1st and 10 for the Browns. So Brennan doing his job, and Kozar cruising right along. Long drive, 12 plays, 75 yards. Browns won the actual game 26-16. 4 Matt Barr field goals and rushing touchdowns from Dickey and Holt. Okay, Biner did not play. Mack had 8 for 27. Dickey was a star, 15 for 92. And Kozar passed for 401 but could not get a score. And for those of you in the Toronto area, that's kind of like how it always is in the 401, isn't it? Ba-doom, boom. 1 carry for 16 yards for Holt and a touchdown. In this game, 1st and 10 for the Browns. 9:32. Clock stopped, second quarter. 10-7 Fishies. Dickey. Off tackle right. Hand off from Kozar. He gets it inside the 10 before Brown can make the tackle at the 8. Gain is 7 and 2nd and 3. The Browns already have 164 net yards. 2nd and 3 from the 8. Kevin Mack on a trap left. Handoff from Kozar near sideline. Gets a first down, gets a touchdown. Got the whole foul of the blockers. Cody Risen, in this case, a left tackle. And the Browns go on top, 13-10. So a 14-play drive that goes 90 yards and takes 6:20 off the clock. And with 8:40 to go, it's 13-10. Speaking of 6:20, Jim Donovan, who does the radio play-by-play for the Browns, did some work for NBC back in the late 80s, early 90s when they had the AFC package. Cut his teeth on AM 620 WVMT radio right here in Burlington, Vermont. Yep, very AFC 80s offense there. And so the extra point from Barr is good. And so 8:40 to go in the first half. Cleveland 14, Miami 10. And so Ellis to return, Davenport and Hampton the uppin'. And 3 yards deep, they're going to take their chances and return this. Ellis to the 10, 15-20, and hit at the 23 by Griggs. So return at 26, 8:34 to go. And Miami trails 14-10. Davenport back there with Hampton. Miami has run it 7 times and thrown it 7 times. Clayton. Medium hitch from the 23. Marino has time. He's got Clayton open at the 40. He tried to cut towards the middle of the field and won't get anything. So Frank Minifield with the tackle. It's a gain of 17. Spot it at the 40, and Miami has a first down. Captain Carl, how are you? Gotta wish you a happy birthday. Trap left for Lorenzo Hampton from the 40. Flag is down. Banks makes the tackle at the 42.
Tripping defense.
And
Number 78,
Harrison commits
10-yard
the trip.
penalty, automatic first down.
And Miami will take it. So both the Browns' penalties have been trips, and they've given Miami an additional 20 yards. And it spots the ball at the Cleveland 48. Clock stops 7:45 to go in the first half. Duper. Medium slant. Marino back to throw. And I have no idea what's going on. I think the ball is loose. I think Cleveland has recovered. Harrison sacked him, and Griggs recovered the fumble. And Griggs gets a gain of 26, and he's brought down at the 20-yard line. So let's pretend that we didn't see that and call it again. So Marino is back to throw. Here comes Harrison, knocks it away. Here comes Griggs, 30. He's knocked down at the 20-yard line. And so Marino is sacked by Harrison, and Griggs returns to the 20. And the Browns are right knocking on the door with 7:36 to go. Action PC always has a sale. $5 off the football game, and seasons are half price. Brian Brennan. Long slant. They want a one-play drive. Kozar has time. There's a flag down. And Offerdahl hits Mack.
Holding defense. Number 42.
But Miami makes another boo-boo as Blackwood gets called
down
for the hold. And it'll be 1st and 10 from the Miami 15. Mack. Little dumper, near side. Kozar finds him at the 20. 15-10, 5, touchdown. Yep. Right down the sideline by the camera, and he just ran to pay dirt. And just like that, it's 20-10 Cleveland on a 2-play, 20-yard, 15-second drive. Here it is again. And they just weren't expecting it. Extra point from Barr is good. 7:21 to go, first half. Cleveland 21, Miami 10. You're more than welcome, sir. So Ellis is back deep, Davenport and Hampton. Cleveland, and now especially with Denver struggling. They're 3-6. You'll see them sometime next week. We're not going to announce dates for the streams next week, but it definitely will not be Tuesday. Cleveland really was a Super Bowl level team, and if Denver is out of the way, their chances get a heck of a lot better, and you're seeing why in this performance this afternoon. 3 yards deep, they'll return it. Barr to Ellis, to the 10, and Shula's not real happy there. He's hit at the 12 by Hoggard. It's a return of 15. That is true. You can buy any season, and it works with any version of the game. So even if you don't update, you can buy the 1919 season, the 2018 season. There you go. Uncle Ron can't remember what century it is. 1st and 10 from the 12-yard line. Hampton on a short, flat near side. Marino flips it down, and Griggs is hurt. He'll be back. He's limping off. Harrison got a paw on it. 2nd and 10. So Hampton on an off tackle left from the 12. He gets to the 15. Minifield brings him down to 16. It'll be 3rd and 6. By the way, I.D. Jester is back from his vacation. And he, although he's not here, released a new video today. You can see the books he picked up on his trip. That's on I.D. Jester's channel. 3rd and 6. Bruce Hardy. Short slant on 3rd down. Marino rolls around the pocket. Hardy's got it, but he only got 5. He caught it at the 22, and Ellis shoved him back. And so it's not forward progress. It's 4th and 1, and Miami will bring out Reggie Roby to punt into this harsh, cold Ohio Lake Erie wind for the first time today. He still is expected to boom at about 40 yards. The Ice Cube, McNeil, stands on his 35, comes into his 40, will call for a fair catch at the 39, or at the 40, and Cleveland has a chance here to score again. 5:34, first half, 21-10, Cleveland. Off tackle right for Dickey from the 40, and Brudzinski will knock him down at the 42, give him 2. So Cleveland able to control the line of scrimmage, and with Miami's defense, well, let's take a look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 players are rated a 4, which is below average. The highest rating is a 10. 3 players are rated a 5, and 1 is rated a 9. So the longer Cleveland can stay on the field, the better their chances are, because Miami's defense just isn't good. Mack Trap right from the 42. Gets a block. First down into the secondary. Cuts back inside and is hit at the 44 by Bud Brown. So 1st and 10 for the Browns. Dan Fike, the left guard, brought that one home. And it's 1st and 10 from the Dolphin 44. So Kozar living the life of Riley right now. Langhorn, medium hitch on first down. Kozar has all day, and Langhorn has it stripped by Judson, who's gone. William Judson scores. How about that? He ripped it out at the 28 and brings it all the way back for 6, and the Dolphins are right back in this game. There was nobody around. Let's watch it again. You can see the play. It was a good catch at the 28. Judson stripped it, and Judson just went. I mean, you could just see the afterburners running there. And nobody was going to get him. 72 yards to make it 21-16. Revays to make it a 4-point game. He does. And so 3:58 to go. The Dolphins get back in it. Cleveland 21, Miami 17. Oh, it's not my fault. Oh, you've watched my videos. That's right. Say that in large capital letters, Mrs. Cullen. It's not Uncle Ron's fault at all. That's right. McNeil back to return. He stands on his 8. Langhorn and Nicholas are the upmen. Somehow I'm not buying. It's not my fault. Revays, 2 yards deep. It'll be Ellis, 10, or McNeil. McNeil is hit at the 20. It's a gain of 22.
Holding, receiving
And
team,
this will come back.
10-yard penalty.
Misses? I'm just trying to cover you, dude. See, you know, some of us are married, and you buy lots of game purchases, and you got to cover your tushy. Or I feel like I got to cover my tushy. So if there's no misses, then don't worry about it. Or nurses, depending on who's watching. Wink, wink. All right, 1st and 10 from the Cleveland 9. Kind of a shell shock here that the Dolphins got the touchdown. Mack, trap left from the 9-yard line. Gets it to the 10, shipped with a tackle at the 11, gain of 2. Clock running, 3:44, first half. 21-17 Browns. Brennan, medium slant. Kozar back to throw. He finds Brennan at the 25. Thompson will make the tackle, and it's a gain of 15. So Kozar now 11 of 15 for 176. I keep waiting for a response there. They do have good sales, for sure. So Brendan, 3 catches for 49. Thompson, 4 tackles. Dickey, sweep left from the 26. 3 to go to the near sideline. He gets across the 30. Ship will knock him down at the 33 out of bounds, and it's a gain of 7. 2nd and 3. Cody Risen again with a 3rd big block is what Cleveland needs. Oh, I have no such female. Oh, it's all, yeah. It's all your fault. Yeah, I got it. I don't get a commission, by the way. Sean, by the way, is one of my, damn it, I forgot to load that up. It's one of my newest Patreons, and I'm greatly appreciative of it. So 2:15 to go. Clock stop. 2nd and 3 for Cleveland. They'll go 3 wide. Slaughter, medium hitch. Kozar back to throw. He does. Slaughter's got it. It's a gain of 13. Spot it at the 46. And we'll go to the 2-minute warning. With 2 minutes to go in the first half, it's the Browns 21, the Dolphins 17. This is Week 10 of our 1986 Pro Football Replay on Retro Sports Network. No, thank you, and thank all of you who've done it. It is greatly, greatly appreciated and allows me to bring new content to the channel. 3 wide receivers. Cleveland has 2 timeouts. Fontenot. Little dumper in the flat on the near side. And Kozar couldn't get there. They doubled Fontenot, and that's incomplete. So 2nd and 10, $1:55 to go in the second quarter. Miami with the nickel just isn't all that good. Slaughter. And they'll go with Langhorne on a medium slant. Kozar, this is trouble. This is trouble. He moves around the pocket, throws intercepted by Blackwood at the 39. So Glenn Blackwood, and just in case you wondered with all the patches, they still haven't taken out the tell for an interception. Blackwood had it at the 39, and Miami now has a chance to go into the half with a lead. What once looked like a big Cleveland lead and driving up 21-10 has all but disappeared. 3 wide receivers, Nathan in the backfield. Miami has all 3 timeouts. Short, flat pass to Nathan on the far side. Marino throws. Nathan's got it. 40-45. He's hit by Dixon for a gain of 6. Does not get out of bounds because I didn't tell him that. And Miami will run a hurry up. 2nd and 4. Moore. Medium slant. Marino to throw it. He waits. Flag is down. And the pass is incomplete. Moore dropped it.
Ineligible man downfield. Offense. Number 66.
That's not one you see very often.
Penalty.
And Shula is livid because now you're going to back him up 5. As Lee, the right guard, found himself eligible. 2nd and 9, $1:25 to go. Moore, medium slant. Marino, under center, throws. Moore over the middle. He's got it. Wright will bring him down after a gain of 24. And so for Nat Moore, that is his longest catch of the year. Again, they'll go hurry up. From the 26. Medium out to Clayton. Marino back to throw. He's got time, and he jumps that down to nobody. Harrison will bat it down. And with 55 seconds, it'll be 2nd and 10 from the 36 with the clock stopped. Steve P., how are you, my friend? This is right in the middle of the period where the AFC got beat up and beat up badly. In the Super Bowl, the NFC was so much more dominant. 81-96. The AFC won exactly 1 Super Bowl. Yeah, the Bengals lost twice. The Bills lost 4 times. The Broncos lost a bunch. I'm trying to think of who is the team that actually do it. The Steelers lost 1. The Chargers lost 1. The Bills lost 4. The Bengals lost 2. The Broncos lost a crap ton, 3. The Dolphins lost 1. Now I'm trying to think. Oh, the Raiders in Super Bowl 17. The Raiders won. I wasn't looking, but yeah, the Raiders in 83. Jack Squirek in an interception of Theismann at the end of the first half. That was all the difference in the world. Hardy on a short cross. Marino back to throw. Hardy runs his route. Hardy has a first down. Ellis. No, they're short. He got 10. And Shula was forced to call time up 3rd and inches with 46 seconds to go. You lost 2. That's right. You lost to the Redskins the year before. And you had the great kickoff return in the game in Palo Alto by Fulton Walker. And I'll be nice and not talk about the rest of the game. But you started off on the right foot. 3rd and inches from the 26. They are in coin flip territory for Reves. Medium out for Clayton. Marino back to throw, and that one is he pitched it to Cook, the right tackle. Marino is on the run, and it was an option. He ran the option with it, and it's a gain of 3. They'll go hurry up. That is incredible. Let's watch it again. Yep, he pitched it to the tackle for a gain of 3. I'm not sure if that's a run or a catch. If that's a catch, that's a second catch by a lineman this year. 1st and 10. Moore. Medium slant from the 23. Marino back to throw. He finds Moore, but it's only a gain of 11. It's a first down. And with 21 seconds, timeout called. So Miami has it at the Cleveland 12. 21 seconds to go in the first half. Yep. If Benders makes that interception right before the half, he's in the end zone and it's a different game. I can't stand Theismann, but he really made a nice play. Theismann, the quarterback, I like. Theismann, the personality, has always been obnoxious. And I'd pay, I think we'd all pay to see Marino run the option. Now I gotta look. Was that a pass? Or was that a catch? That is a run. So he did. He ran the option and pitched it to the tackle Koch. That is nuts. 1st and 10 from the 12. 21 seconds to go. Moore on a medium cross. Marino waits. He throws. Incomplete. 15 seconds left. 2nd and 10. So Danny, 11 for 16 for 150. Here's Miami's season in a nutshell. They get 424.2 yards a game. They give up 426. They're on a pace of giving up 516. 2nd and 10. Nathan in the flat. Marino doesn't have time. No, Nathan's got it. He's going to the wrong side. He's going to the near sideline. He is hit out of bounds at the 5. Give him 7. And Marino now has to be quick about this. So what a play by Nathan to get it to the 5. This has to be a fast pass on 3rd and 3. Short cross to Nat Moore. Marino can't dawdle. He flings it incomplete. Now, did he leave himself any time? Yes. 6 seconds to go, and Reves will come in for the field goal. This will be from 22. 99.5% chance of making this one. Struck to hold. Reves right down Broadway, and with 3 seconds to go, it is 21-20. Cleveland will return this, and it'll be taken by an up at the 25, and we go to the end of the first half. Well, that's a lot of football. Cleveland will get the football here to start the second half. They lead 21-20. I've used this one before, Steve P. says, but I used to call them the Dolphins. No D. Well, we had a whole mess of scoring here in the second quarter, brought to you by DigitalDice.com. Cleveland, 14 straight points, and it looked like this was going to be a runaway. Mack on an 8-yard plunge, following a 14-play drive, and then following a turnover. Kozar found Mack from 15 to make it 21-10. Then back came Miami. Judson, a 75-yard fumble recovery to make it 21-17. And Reves at the gun, essentially, from 22 to make it 21-20. Offense, you wanted offense? How about 463 net yards? And if you like good quarterbacking, you've come to the right place. If you want defense, we'll have a couple for you next week that will show defense. So it's still 43 degrees as the sun starts to set behind Municipal Stadium. Cleveland has a wind here in the third quarter at 20 miles an hour. It'll be taken by one of the upmen at the 15-20, and he will get plunged right there, Langhorne, by Colick at the 21. So 14:53 to go in the third quarter. 1st and 10 for the Browns. Just the start of things here. They lead by 1. Kevin Mack. Trap left on 1st and 10. Handoff from Kozar, and Offerdahl will make the tackle at the 21, gain of 1. The fallacy behind playing the entire game with your 2-minute offense. Yep. For sure. Dickey will try a sweep to the far side from the 22, and he gets a nothing. Brudzinski slaps him down at the line of scrimmage. Miami blitz 2, and Kozar will have to throw. 3rd and 9. Dolphins tightened right up. Touchdown by Judson was a huge turning point. Langhorne, medium slant. Kozar back to throw. Waits, and he tries to get it to Mack, but Mack couldn't hang on, and it's 3 and out. So a good opening series for the Fish, and it'll be 4th and 9. And Jeff Gossett, we have yet to see him today. And with the wind behind him, this will be a boomer. Ellis back to return. He stands at his 35. He comes in at the 35, 40, and he is hit by Griggs at the 40-yard line, a gain of 7. 1st and 10 for the Dolphins. They are going into the wind, into Lake Erie. Hampton and Davenport, the running backs. Duper and Clayton, the wide receivers. Hardy, the tight end. Marino, of course, your quarterback. Giesler and Koch, the tackles. Foster and Lee, the guards. And Dwight Stevenson is the center. Yes, Sean says, the trick was to tire the other guys out, not your own. Oh, absolutely. Browns play a 3-4. Harrison and Camp, the ends. Golick, the tackle. Banks and Matthews, the outside linebackers. Johnson and Griggs, the inside linebackers. Dixon and Minifield, the corners. Ellens and Rockins, the safeties. Hampton. Trap left, 1st and 10 from the 40. He gets a block, 45, 1st down, and into the secondary. And Ellis will make the tackle at the 48. First and 10. Start of the third quarter. Marino, 12 of 18 for 157. Davenport. Pitch to the near side from Marino. Gets a block across the 45. Clay Matthews with a hit at the 43. 2nd and 5. Now Hampton on a sweep to the far side from the 43. Turns the corner, 1st down and a lot more. As Rockins knocks him out at the 31, a gain of 12. So Miami's line protecting well against the run. And Marino and company have it 1st and 10 from the Cleveland 31. Clayton on a medium slant. Marino around the pocket waits. Throws incomplete. Minifield knocked it loose. And it'll be 2nd down and 10. 11 and a half to go here in the third. Hampton on the draw. Handoff from Marino. Good call. Banks with a tackle at 27. Give him 4. 3rd and 6. Now Moore comes back in the game. Tony Nathan. Now the setback. Nathan splits out as a receiver. He is tucked to the near side of the screen. Short slant to Tony Nathan. Marino under center waits, and Nathan, that was thrown high, he leapt but couldn't come up with it. And Reves will come out for the 44-yard field goal. Into the wind. This will be tough. It's about a coin flip from here. Strock to hold. Good snap, good hold. Baves will have that one drift right and wide right. So all for naught, 10:39 to go in the third quarter. It is the Browns 21, the Dolphins 20. And as we cross the 1 o'clock hour, my name is Ron Juckett. This is Retro Sports Network, and following a little bit of a layoff, thanks to some technical difficulties, and them replacing my bathroom faucet yesterday at lunchtime, this is our lone Week 10 game from in our Pro Football Replay. The Browns and the Dolphins from Cleveland, both teams in first place, 6-3, in their respective AFC divisions. And so tonight on NBC, it'll be a 1-hour episode of Different Strokes as Arnold tries out new high-platform shoes. Does he fool anybody? Find out in this 1-hour special after football. And then on Alfred Hitchcock Presents, a story of how a wife can sit there and watch True ID shows all day and not kill her husband. That's tonight on Amazing Stories. And then the big event, a replay of the Al Red Sox fan 50th birthday special. It's the Whalers and the Kings. NBC didn't have hockey in 1986, but they were pretty desperate. It was that or Bill Cosby's ironing his sweaters. One of the two. That's all tonight on NBC. 1st and 10 from the Brown 27. Dickey off tackle right. 1st and 10, and he's hit at the line of scrimmage by Brudzinski. The Browns have not run the ball have run the ball in spurts well. They do have a running touchdown. Mack on a fullback dive from the 27, gets across the 30, and Judson makes a tackle at the 35 for a gain of 8. See? Jinx the running, and they get 8 yards. Mack 8 carries, 51 yards. And now Biner comes back in the game. Biner. Trap left on 3rd and 2. Waits for the C's to part. Does he have it? Yes. He got a gain of 3. And it's 1st and 10 for Cleveland. Kozar will take this play from his own 38. 9:04. Clock running here in the third. Biner, short dumper, far side. Kozar throws. Biner's got it. 40, 45, 1st down and more. He cuts towards the middle, and Raina Thompson makes a tackle at the Miami 41. A gain of 21. And so 8:18 to go in the third quarter. And the Browns, who at one point had an 11-point lead, are indeed matriculating it down the field. That was fun, wasn't it, the Whale Kings replay? We obviously got pretty silly, but that was not meant to be serious. The game was actually played in Springfield. And I really wanted Gordie Howe to score. Then he would have had the hat trick. He got in the fight. I think he only got 1 or 2 shots. I mean, he played 17 minutes at 51 years old. That's nuts. Mack. We'll try a sweep to the right. Nope. Audible into a screen on the blitz. Flag is down. Biner has it. He gets to the 40. Hit at the 34. Gain of 7.
Encroachment defense. Number 73, 5-yard penalty.
And Cleveland will take the penalty. All right, you're on the air.
I'm on the air.
You are on the air.
Oh no! Did I win?
Yes, you did.
What did I win?
You won a free season's pass to every Retro Sports event, Retro Sports Network event ever. Congratulations.
Ah!
The wifey doesn't like that.
No, it's all right.
Okay.
All right, I'll talk to you when I get home then.
Okay.
Have fun, guys.
All right. Bye-bye. The prize that no wife wants, a lifetime pass. 1st and 5 for Cleveland from the Miami 36. 7:28 to go in the third quarter. Newsom. Medium slant. Kozar back to throw. Newsom runs his route. He's got it. 25-yard line. Blackwood with a tackle after a gain of 13. 1st and 10 for Cleveland at the Miami 23. So the Dolphins, showing why they have that name. Biner. Trap left from the 23, and Ship makes a tackle right there. 6:36 to go, third quarter. 7 plays, 50 yards, 4:03 off the clock. Sean Collins says, oddly enough, 86-87 was a rare period in my family had cable, and so you watched a lot of hockey. Caps Rangers triple overtime game 7. There were some great games in the 80s. But the ratings for hockey on channels here on YouTube don't do all that well. 2nd and 10. Mac. Trap left. Let's see if that gets anything. Nope. Stood right up by Ship at the line. No gain. And so it'll be third down. Fontenot in the backfield. Slaughter's out there as wide receiver. Medium slant to Brian Brennan. Kozar has all day. He waits. Brennan, oh my goodness, it was a delayed blitz, and they were not on the same page. So Barr will come out with the wind behind him, being shoved off the lake, and has an 84% chance of striking this 40-yarder. Matt Barr. So Gossett will hold, and I'm assuming Babb will snap it. It's down. It's up. It's drifting left, but good. Not 10 plays, 50 yards, 5:21 off the clock. 5:12 to go in the third. Cleveland 24, Miami 20. Rated tops it at a pedestrian 3 years with the Dolphins. Became a special team standout with the Giants. I knew that name from somewhere. Even making the Pro Bowl in 1990, Super Bowl year. Some people just are born to be special team players. Steve Tasker is certainly qualified for that. Ellis stands on his 8. Davenport and Hampton are the upmen. This will be taken back from 3 yards in the end zone. Ellis, 10, and he won't get to the 20. He's hit at the 16, a gain of 19, and 5:05 to go. 1st and 10, Dolphins trail 24-20. Clayton, medium hitch on 1st and 10. Marino waits, quick throw, incomplete. Minifield got a hand on it, but couldn't come down with it. And so now the Dolphins, they just need to get some momentum going back their way. A good drive by the Browns, which led to 3 points. Sweep right for Hampton from the 16. Flag is down across the 20. Dixon with a tackle at the 21. It's a gain of 5.
Holding offense.
But
number 84.
Hardy, the tight end, held. So back him up 8, and it'll be 2nd and 18 from the Miami 8. 4:47 here to go in the third. Marino. Hampton, short one in the flat, near side, and Marino couldn't get it to him. And Cleveland was playing the prevent. And so now it's 3rd and long. Moore. Nathan in the backfield. Nathan on a screen from the 8-yard line. To the far side, he's got it, 10. And he's hit at the 12 by Banks, and that should give Roby more room from inside his end zone to punt. 4th and 14. Chip Banks now with 6 tackles. Roby into the wind. About 4 to go here in the third. Roby punts. McNeil at his own 45. 50. Flag is down. They'll come back.
Holding. Receiving team.
Yep.
10-yard penalty.
So Ellis gets flagged for the hold, and Cleveland, with 3:52 to go in the third, takes over from their own 39-yard line. 24-20, Cleveland leads here in the third quarter. Dickey on a sweep to the far side from the 39 is hit at the line of scrimmage by J.T. Turner for no gain. 3 tackles for him and Larry Williams, who is the right tackle. Remember, he's a guard masquerading as a tackle. Made the bad block. 2nd and 10. Mack will try an off tackle to the right. Gets it to the 40, and that's about it. Brown makes the stop at the 41. Gain of 2. So Miami's play defense is making another big step. Does the AFC's Reggie Roby wear his watch on the field? Well, he's certainly got enough hang time. He could have timed his own punts. Brennan. Medium slant, 3rd and 8. Kozar waits. Flag is down. The pass is caught by Brennan at midfield. What's the flag?
Ineligible man downfield.
Oh,
Offense.
No. Schottenheimer's upset as
5-yard
Cody Risen
penalty.
wasn't covered, and so he lined up as an eligible man, and you can't do that. So it'll be 3rd and 13 from the Cleveland 36. And now they'll bring out Slaughter. Fontenot in the backfield. Brennan. Medium hitch on 3rd and long. Kozar flips it down to Slaughter for a gain of 7. Kozar had to scramble to his right, threw it to his left, and it's a gain of 7. And they'll be 6 yards short. So 2 minutes and change to go. Clock running here in the 3rd. And Kozar, I hit the wrong button. And Kozar will be, and company will have to come off the field. Jeff Gossett should be able to boom this one with the wind behind him. Ellis to his sideline at the 9. And it rolls out of bounds at the 8. So Gossett will get 49 on the punt. No return. 1:36 to go, 3rd quarter. Cleveland 24, Miami 20. So 1st and 10 for Marino and company. Hardy on a short slant. Marino waits to throw. Hardy's got it. Hit by Ellis after a gain of 7, and that was just a little dumper. Gives Marino more room to operate. 4 catches for Hardy for 28 yards. Hampton. Trap left on 2nd and 3. Tries to find room. Gets a 1st down. Hit at the 20 by Harrison. 1st down. 44 seconds left. Hampton, 11 carries, 72 yards. Davenport. Off tackle right from the 20-yard line. Hannaford Dixon makes a tackle at the 24, and we've played 3 quarters. Cleveland gets a field goal here in the 3rd quarter, and that's about it. We go to the 4th. Cleveland 24, Miami 20. As I take a drink, you can look at the stats presented by digitaldice.com. Lord Craig, how are you? Defense kind of came into its own in the 3rd. We only had 3 points. So it's still a 1-score game. 2nd and 6 as we start the final stanza. Duper. Medium slant. Marino back to throw. He waits. He throws. Incomplete. Dixon leapt but couldn't come down with it. And it'll be 3rd and 6. Chris Rockins, by the way, made the 2nd deflection. Lord Craig, how are you? So Nat Moore comes back in. 3 wide receivers from Miami. Clayton. Medium slant. Marino will wait. He doesn't have Clayton, but there's a flag down. Minifield's going to get called for a flag.
Pass interference. Defense. Number 31. Automatic. 1st down.
Frank Minifield jumped into a time machine and started to watch Dancing with the Stars and tried to do the tango there with Mark Clayton. And instead, he'll pick up a 13-yard flag. 6 flags on Cleveland. Sounds like, or over Cleveland. Sounds like an amusement park for 58 yards. Miami has 6 flags as well. They go back to a 2 running back set. Now Bennett is back there with Hampton. Short dumper to Bennett. Far side. Marino waits. Incomplete. 14:47 to go in the ball game. Or regulation time. 2nd and 10, Miami 37. Hampton. Sweep right, near side. Waits for a hole across the 40. Matthews with the tackle at the 43, a gain of 6. Hope you are ready for your weekend. And it will be a good one for you. 3rd and 4. Duper. Medium out. Marino looks, fires it down to a running back instead. That's Hampton. He's hit at the 50. Knocked out of bounds, gain of 7. 1st and 10 for Miami. Ball carefully placed on the midfield stripe. Davenport back in. And they'll try a short little one to the far side to Davenport. Marino throws. Davenport has it. 45-40. And Johnson makes the tackle out of bounds at the 39. So Ron Davenport makes his first catch of the game. And Marino 16-28. But a contained game. He only has 186 yards in the air. Clayton. Long slant. Marino says, I'll change this. He waits. He throws. Incomplete. Minifield got a piece of it. Second one he's knocked up today. The pass, that is. There's a good choice of words, Ron. And it will be 2nd and 10. I have no idea what Frank Minifield does. 2nd down. Davenport. Off tackle right from the 39. Gets a bit of a block. Clay Matthews with the tackle at the 37. Gain of 2. And again, Miami will go 3 wide. 13:33. Clock running. 3rd and 8. Medium fly. To Nat Moore. Marino flips around the pocket. That is caught by Moore. It's a gain of 12. So Felix Wright with the tackle. And Miami, driving for that go-ahead score, has it 1st and 10 from the Brown 25. Again, 2 setbacks is now Bennett. Again with Hampton. Woody will take a trap left, handoff from Marino. Woody gets across the 21st down, 10-yard line, and Minifield makes a tackle at the 9. The Dolphins catch a big break there as John Giesler, the left tackle, made the big block. And although Miami is not a running team per se, they now have 118 yards on 19 carries. I knew someone would catch that. Is he Phillip Rivers or Antonio Cromartie? What was it? Tito Fuentes of the Giants, of the San Francisco Giants. I used to have, when they first came out with those daily calendars, I could never really get to work right after the 2nd month because they would tear and you couldn't get them off anymore. And my dad stole one of mine, loved it so much. It's like, I don't know why they throw it at me. This is Tito Fuentes, not my dad. I'm the father of only 5 or 6 kids. 1st and goal from the 9. Hardy. Medium slant from Marino. Marino in the pocket. Throws. Hardy's got a touchdown. So Marino finds Paydirt again. Hardy, 5 catches, 37 yards, 2 scores. And the Dolphins go up 26-24. Here it is again. And Hardy just got it at the 1, and he could have just taken the nesty plunge and fell right in. So Miami, who looked like they were in the process of getting blown out down 21-10, has come all the way back. And Danny Marino, 14 plays, 92 yards. And 5-14, the extra point from Revés is good. And so, with 11:27 to play in the 4th quarter, it's Miami 27, Cleveland 24. McNeil back deep, Langhorne and Nicholas. The up men, and 8 yards deep, they're taking a knee. So Kozar and company start from their own 20. Dickey and Mack in the backfield. Brennan and Langhorne, the wide receivers. Newsom, the tight end. I never did this at the start of the third quarter. Risen and Williams the tackles, Fike and Farron the guards, and Babb the center. Defensively for Miami, it's a 3-4. Betters and Turner the ends, and Baumhauer the tackle. The linebackers, Brown and Brudzinski on the outside, Offerdahl and Ship on the inside. Judson and Thompson are the corners. Blackwood and Brown are your safeties. 1st and 10. 20-yard line. Dickey on a sweep to the near side. Waits for a block. Gets it. Kind of. Ship will knock him out of bounds as Miami was playing for the deep pass. At the 24. Ship with 6 tackles. 2nd down. Clock stopped. Mack. Trap right. From the 24. And is hit by Brudzinski for a loss of 1. So Miami, ever since Judson with the fumble recovery for a touchdown, their defense has defied all of you and played well. 3 wide. Fontenot. And he'll run the short flat. Fontenot dropped it. Herman Fontenot dropped it. And it's 3 and out for Cleveland again. Jeff Gossett will be back to punt on 4th and 7. Into the wind, caught at the 35, and Ellis is going to take a 1-yard loss. So Miami, 10:26 to go, holding a 3-point lead. Now here's the thing for the Dolphins as we come down the stretch. They really are not a running team. This is when you'd start to Pac-Man that clock a bit, but you can't. Medium hitch to Hampton. They're going to go to a running back. Marino has time. He's got Hampton. 1st down. Flag is down. Gain of 15.
Holding. Offense.
Or not.
Number 66. 10-yard
Mr.
penalty.
Lee made the hold, and so Don Shula in those glasses just kind of whips them off and stares. That's a 25-yard swing. And it'll be 1st and 20 from the Miami 24. Draw play to Hampton from the 24. And he's hit by Dixon at the 23. And this place goes bananas. 2nd and 21. Hampton on a screen. Near side. Marino has time. He's got Hampton. He gets across the 25. Camp is hurt. He'll miss about 10 plays, so the clock will stop on 3rd and 19 from the Miami 25. 9:29 to play in the game. A 3-point spread. Dolphins lead. And the Fish are 4 for 10 on 3rd down. Nathan lines up as a receiver. Marino will go out of the gun. Moore. Long hitch. Marino waits, throws. Rockin's got a piece of it, incomplete. Yeah, that was always the issue with Miami in the mid-'80s, 90s. They never had that one block, and this is exactly the situation, Steve, where you needed to run 2 plays. If you go 3 and out, that's fine, but start taking some time off the clock. Instead, they're 3 and out in 57 seconds. Or better known as prom night. Here's Reggie Roby. He's going to boom this. Oh, my goodness. He drives it back to the 22. McNeil at the 23. It's an 8-yard return, and with 9:15 to go, the Browns have it 1st and 10. Kevin Mack. Off tackle right from the 31. Waits for a block, and again it. Brown with the tackle at the 35. And so now Cleveland, because they can run the football, can eat up the clock. You need a field goal to tie and a touchdown to possibly win. 2nd and 6. Dickey. Trap left. From the 35, he gets to the 40. It won't be a 1st down, but it is a gain of 5. And again, 3rd and 1. Two tight end set. Biner and Fontenot are the running backs. Holt, by the way, who, if you remember from a while ago before Demos left, had the one carry for 16 yards and a score, is the other tight end with Newsom. Can Fontenot run? Yeah, Fontenot can run. Fullback dive for Herman Fontenot. He's got the first down and more. It's a 7-yard gain. Now Biner's hurt, and he's out for the game. So 7:50, clock stops. And it'll be Dickey and Mack the rest of the way. Rarely did the AFC have such running game. Yep. You know who else it hurt was the Broncos. It wasn't until Terrell Davis got behind John Elway that Denver finally won those 2 Super Bowls. You got to be able to, especially in 80s football, when you have the lead, you got to control the clock. But Cleveland could. But can they score? 1st and 10 from their own 47. Clock is stopped, 7:42 to go. Thurman Thomas comes to mind, too. Buffalo should have won the first one. The other 3, they were outclassed, but they should have won the first one. Brian Brennan on a medium slant. Instead, it's an audible to Dickey, who's going to go to the far side. Now, Kozar's going to, I don't know what the heck that was. He left the pocket, flags everywhere.
Offense, number 61,
and Babb, the center, held.
Penalty.
And there's probably 4 or 5 things you could have called on Cleveland there, being ugly being one of them. So 7:33 to go. 1st and 20. Yeah, I wasn't trying to make anybody feel bad, but that's exactly what it was. I mean, Elway was their most potent threat. So a draw play coming here to Dickey from the 37-yard line. He gets no block. Offerdahl with a tackle at the 39. And it's 2nd and 18. They'll now set up the screen to Kevin Mack. On the far side, Kozar throws. Mack's got it. 45-50. A good catch. A gain of 12, and Camp is available. So it's a lot better on 3rd and 6 as we go under 6 minutes. Cincinnati could, so it wasn't every team that couldn't run the ball, but they would, in Cincinnati's case, with Woods and James Brooks, they just ran into Joe Montana, let's be honest. I mean, it wasn't every year that the AFC was just pitiful. You run into a Montana or an Aikman, and that's a buzzsaw. Langhorne here on 3rd and 6. On a medium cross from the Miami 49. Kozar's going to run, and he's going to get the first down and more. Kozar, oh my goodness, the statue has wheels. He got a gain of 13. He needed 6. He slides it to 36, and that's his longest run of the year. And just to prove that was, wow. And so 5:48 to go from the Miami 36, and the Browns are already kind of in field goal range, even into the wind. But Winder was okay if he needed to get 3 yards, and he could catch out of the backfield, but he wasn't someone that was going to get you 4 or 5 or be a threat to break one. 1st and 10. Dickey off tackle right from the 36. He gets it to the 34. Offerdahl with the tackle. A gain of 2. Offerdahl has 8 tackles. 2nd and 8. Under 5 to go. Cleveland doing what they need to do, which is, hey, you get this in the field goal range, take the points, and give Miami as little time as possible. Newsom. Short slant on 2nd and 8. Kozar finds Newsom first down. Blackwood with a tackle after a gain of 11. And the Browns have it 1st and 10 from the Miami 23. Marino versus Kozar in a 40-yard dash that we timed with a sundial. Ain't that the truth? No, they had a lot of okay guys, and they had a very good receiving core, and their defense was very good. But you needed to have that guy that could eat yards and time. So Cleveland, clock running, 4.5 to go. Ball spotted at the 23-yard line of Miami. They're going for potentially the go-ahead score. Mack. Trap left from the 23. Stood up by Ship for a loss of 1. 3:52 to go. Cleveland, they've run it 35 times for 118 yards. Brennan. Short cross. Kozar waits. Brennan's got it. He won't get a first down, but he got a gain of 9. 3rd and 2. Under 3 to go. So Kozar, 18 of 27 for 262 yards. 10 plays, 54 yards, and they've taken 6:08 off the clock so far. 2 tight end set. Mack. Trap left. From the 15, he's got a first down. He's got a touchdown. Glenn Blackwood missed the tackle, and Kevin Mack matriculates in for the go-ahead score. What a drive by Cleveland. 11 plays, 69 yards, and 6:56 off the clock. And for the moment, now you need Miami to get a touchdown to win the game. And you give Marino 2 minutes and 19 seconds to do it. Mack just ran around traffic and got in rather easily. And so here comes the extra point from Barr, and it's good. So Miami needs a touchdown. They have the win behind them. Ellis stands on his 8. 2:19 to go. Cleveland sitting pretty. We've talked about this before. Davenport and Hampton are the upmen. This will go to Ellis, driven back to his 2, and hit at the 17 by Van Pelt. And so Miami has 2 minutes and 8 seconds to go 83 yards. 3 wide receivers. Moore is in the game. Nathan is in the backfield. Take the short dumper to Nathan, see what you can do. And Marino goes instead to Clayton, who can't make the catch. Marino is hit as he threw it. And Reggie Camp with a hurry. So 2nd and 10. Miami has all 3 timeouts. Medium out to Clayton. Marino. Flag is down. Nathan has it. Gain of 3.
Holding. Defense.
And they're going to get a first down out of it because Chip Banks held.
First down.
Made the tackle and held at the same time. 1:53 to go. Ball on the Miami 22. They now need 78 yards. Again, medium out this time to Duper. Marino has time. Now he doesn't. He's going to run, and Ellis makes the tackle at the 26. And that's an entire year's worth of runs for Marino. They go hurry up. 2nd and 6. Clayton on a medium out. Marino back to throw. And that is deflected by Harrison. It'll be 3rd down for Miami. They have all 3 timeouts. 1:26 to go. Yeah, Terrell Davis was amazing for 3 years, but only played a full season twice in 7. That's the thing with a running back. The same thing for Anderson for Atlanta from that era was you can be good for a couple years, but once you start to lose your speed or once you start to get hurt, you are crispy. 3rd down and 6. Medium hitch to Duper. Marino back to throw. He looks, he's got Duper. First down across the 40 and is hit at the 41 for a gain of 15. And Miami will burn one of their timeouts right now. with a minute 16 to go. 41-yard line. Marino, 20 of 36 for 224 yards. And if you're wondering, Miami is playing with the wind. It's now blowing out towards the lake. So if you're sitting there chucking those milk bones, you got to throw a little more umph or hope that you had a couple more Bud Lights. Moore on a medium out. Marino stands around. He's got a receiver. I believe he's got more for a gain of 8. 2nd and 2. A minute 9 to go. And they can stop it twice. Ball is on the 49 of Miami. Clayton, medium slant. Marino flushed. Throws incomplete. Wright and Moore were tangled up. And there was no flag. So 3rd and 2 from the 49. 1:06 to go. Nathan, short flat. Get it and get out of bounds. He goes to the near sideline. He's got a first down. And Banks will make him force to step out at the 45. 57 seconds left. Cleveland 45. Miami has 38 yards in the books. They need 45 more. Yep, that's why Gore is one of the best players. Go deep. Don't want to try it just yet. Medium cross. Mark Clayton. Marino. Throws incomplete. Clayton had it inside the 35, but he dropped it. He heard footsteps and couldn't get it. So it's 2nd and 10. 52 seconds to go. Ball in the 45 of Cleveland. They'll try a long out. Going to go to Clayton again. Marino from the gun. He waits. He throws down the sideline. Incomplete. Minifield with his 3rd deflection of the game. And it's 3rd and 10. So you have 2 plays to get 10 yards. They'll try Hardy on the short cross. And Hardy has it at the 40. Hit by Ellis for a gain of 5. And they'll go into hurry up. 37 seconds left. Ball game is right here. Duper. Medium cross. Marino waits, throws, caught, first down, timeout coming. Dixon with the tackle at the 27. 15 seconds left. They got 2 plays. So right now you take whatever's open over the middle of the field and then hope you can get 10, 15 yards and chuck it in the end zone. So Marino is doing his best to drive. Medium cross. Clayton. Marino out of the gun. From the 27, he throws incomplete. A terrible throw by Marino. And now he's got to go in the end zone. 9 seconds left. So Hampton will run a long route. Duper, Clayton, and Moore are going to run the bomb. Here we go. 2nd and 10. 9 seconds to go. Marino waits too long. Throws. Caught. Touchdown, Miami! Mark Duper wins the game. Are you kidding me? It was a long out combo, and Duper caught it at the 5. Miami has won it on a walk-off, and I do mean a walk-off touchdown. He somehow threw it over Frank Minifield and hit Duper. We'll watch it again. You watch. That's Minifield on the fence. That's the 10. And somehow he threw it over the shoulder, and Duper scores. No flags, Max. The final score, Here's the extra point. The final score, 34-31. And that's how you finish a football game. Mac, I thought, put the nail in with 2:19 to go. But Dan Marino on a combo pass, he threw everyone downfield. Wow. Marino hit Duper to win the ball game. I don't normally show this. But what did the computer call? They just played a basic pass. They didn't even go a prevent. In that entire last series, they played a prevent once. Wow. So that's how they win it. I'm going to say that Mark Duper is your player of the game. 4 catches, 79 yards, 25 for, or 1 for 25, 27 in the winning score. Marino 25 of 45 for 283 and 3 scores. Bernie Kosar's got to be wondering, what do I have to do to win a game? Unbelievable. Forget what I said about being able to control the clock. Because obviously 2:08 was enough time for Marino and company to do that. Offerdahl and Ship had 8 tackles for Miami. They hit Blackwood at the lone interception, and Miami didn't have a sack. Cleveland, Banks had 9 tackles. Benefield, who had defended 3 passes, couldn't defend the last one, and Miami was not sacked. Well, how about that, boys and girls? What a final score. Final one from Cleveland, 34-31. Miami goes to 7-3. Cleveland goes to 7-4. Kansas City, Denver, and New York, and the Giants and the Vikings. That's next week's games. Dates to be announced later on. I'm Ron Juckett. Thank you so much for watching. Enjoy your Friday.